Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Gaming Block Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Ron, and today I'm joined by both of the bad boys of video games, Roger Bennett III and Jacob Ward. This is the Gaming Block, and we're here to tell you about the important shit. And the important stuff right now is Persona motherfucking 4 Golden. But Roger, playing this little game called Persona 4 Golden on his Xbox, available now.
I didn't just play it, dude. I lived it. I lived and breathed it.
He didn't just play it. He lived it. He 100%ed it, actually.
Yeah.
I am the Persona guy.
You have a Persona shrine. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Before 5, I'm not one of those Persona 5 posers. Thank you. I'm a Persona 4 poser.
Mm-hmm. I did not.
Because there is a little war. At least there used to be. I have no idea what the fuck is now. Now it's just a toxic. Everyone's a fan of Persona 5 because it sold a billion copies. But back in my day,
I think
the highest selling title was like 300,000. And that was big for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And there's a war between Persona 3 and Persona 4.
It's the Dark Souls of
that's what the
JRPGs.
Yes. And if you've ever played Persona 4 Golden, 16 is kind of like the perfect age to play this game. Because I feel like the messages and the themes, they just go hand in hand. Roger, impressions. How did this game change your life like it changed mine?
Well, I stopped talking to you guys for like a month and a half, so that happened.
How'd you like the game? Did you like the game?
No, yeah, dude. I was totally gripped from like the start.
Do you like 4 or 5 more?
I like them each.
I want to deconstruct like the themes, the characters, the story, and things like that. They made this game in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
And it stands as, personally, one of the best games I've ever played. There's 21 social links that you can get. And Roger, you obviously got them all. And Jake, you said how you did quite a few of them. You must say it started at least half of them, I'm assuming. And you 100%ed a couple of them.
Wait, is social link like an outdated term for Persona now?
I mean, it's called Confidants in 5, so I don't know.
I think it just depends which one you start with.
5 playthroughs, I picked the band girl every time.
Yeah.
I did not get through the Drama Girls social link until like my 6th playthrough. And when I did, I was like, meh, not worth it. This game does such a good job with being relatable. And almost every single person's issue and problem that they're going through, especially the one with like, I think the old lady and hers with death. Yeah. And how she's like, she just kind of doesn't care.
Nanako and Dojima's together. I think together they work really well.
They both kind of like coincide together. Like they're 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 all the way. You can kind of like. The
problem is, I just love Nanako so much that I might be a bit biased in that. But all of them don't handle shit the best way possible. But like you can tell they're trying and they care for each other. And I think that's where the game shines.
The whole story behind 3 was just shooting yourself in the head with a gun.
I actually, basically. And I think a lot of the problems too, with Kanji specifically, but more so the whole cast, start coming in the later games, not in this game. If you play Persona 4 Golden, start to finish, you're not going to have any problems at all. It has great character development, but you would say Kanji was probably your favorite social link. And
he's the first one that comes to mind, so probably, because like I like Yosuke's, I like Chie's, I like Yuki. Well, I actually don't really like Yukiko's all that much.
Yeah.
Yukiko's is very straightforward. It's like, I don't want to take responsibility.
Yosuke's is really good in terms of like saying you're doing something for the right reasons when in your heart it's like there's actually a selfish motive for it that you don't really want to admit.
But I really like Risei's, actually.
Risei's is actually really good,
because Persona was kind of getting mainstream with 4. Persona 5 fucking launches their stratosphere. Now everyone knows what Persona is.
I think you can still autoplay too, right? You can make it to where like 3.
They kind of hint you towards this, and I missed on my first playthrough. I realized on my second, where they'll tell you once you find the staircase, you can just go the next floor from hitting the menu button. So you can fully explore the floor. The entire first playthrough, I would fully explore the floor after and then run to the staircase. Yeah, and that was only after I realized I should fully explore these floors. I didn't do that for the first dungeon at all, and I paid for that.
You unlock that skill where they'll take a critical hit for you, and you watch your teammates fucking get sucked into the ground and into an abyss. And you're still playing, and you're still attacking and stuff. You're just like, Jesus Christ, where did Yosuke go? He's gone. So what was your strategy going into market? It's like
every single mechanic of the game I had to use to kill her.
Persona 4 is very much... It's a dark story.
It's got some darkness to it. It's a murder mystery.
How do we feel about the story though, Jake? Because you haven't played 3, and you know the story from the anime. So like, is it something that you do enjoy, Or do you think it is a little...
I think I like the story of 4 a bit more than 5, but I would still say it's probably my favorite Persona game.
I think the murder mystery is really engaging, keeping me going. For me, the Adachi twist was kind of like whatever. The golden stuff, like, kind of elevated that.
It makes you want to take another bite, you know? It's a little carrot at the end of the stick.
Time management is the reason why Stardew, and at the same time, something like Civilization is so addicting. I know that sounds like a weird comparison to make to Persona, but time management aspect of it, that planning for the future and constantly thinking about what to do, when to do, how to do it.
I agree, because then you want to do everything that you planned.
It's what makes all those games, it is, and then seeing the progress too throughout time. It's what makes them super addicting.
All right, that's the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
Later.
Bye.